Teachers love assigning papers. I'm not sure why, since it seems to be harder to mark than a test. The point is, you have to write an essay, and you don't know where to start. Procrastinate. Definitely, the first thing you want to do is procrastinate. You know you're going to do it anyway. You're already doing it by watching this video, so you might as well put it on your to-do list. This way you can check it off and feel like you're well on your way to starting your paper. When you've got that done, you'll want to make sure you understand the assignment. Nothing's worse than working on a paper and realizing you did it all wrong. Familiarize yourself with the topic. This way, when you're actually writing sentences, you won't feel overwhelmed. Glance through your notes. Or if you don't have notes, your classmates. Or Cliff Notes. Or Wikipedia. Just don't go in blind. You'll be able to manufacture fluff that much easier. Next steps, outlining. Obviously you don't have to outline, but it'll be that much easier to write your paper if you do. Outlining means knowing what the main point of your essay is and having 3 examples to back up that main point. Another word for the main point is thesis. Your teacher's going to use this word to scare you. All thesis means is your big argument or the stance that you're taking. Next up, fleshing out your outline. A simple essay has a minimum of 5 paragraphs. An introduction, 3 middle paragraphs, and a conclusion. The introduction introduces your thesis. A lot of times you can write this paragraph by rewording the instructions that your teacher gave you. I'll use an old high school essay of mine as an example. The instructions, if I'm remembering correctly, was to pick a literary device and illustrate how Shakespeare uses it in Hamlet. My introductory paragraph was, William Shakespeare's works have survived for centuries simply because, in them, he has captured the essence of human beings. One way in which Shakespeare did this was through his use of inner conflict. This is especially true in his tragedy, Hamlet. The middle paragraphs, also known as the body paragraphs, should each discuss one example that backs up your main point. For instance, in my essay, I listed 3 separate examples of inner conflict in the tragedy Hamlet, and I used quotes from the text to back up my points. The conclusion sums up your findings. It can be quite similar to your introduction. Just remember to alter the words and mention the conclusion that you reached. In conclusion, the tragedy Hamlet by William Shakespeare is filled with inner conflict. Hamlet in particular is consumed by indecisiveness. This is what makes Shakespeare's Hamlet a classic. Each of your paragraphs should have a minimum of 3 sentences. This goes for your introduction and conclusion as well. If you find it easier to work backward, write the conclusion first. Next, add in all the necessary information that's going to help take up space on your paper, your name, the date, your teacher's name, the class, and the title. Don't forget the title of your essay. Make sure the formatting is correct, spacing, font. Lastly, if you haven't written this 2 minutes before class, then get someone to proofread it or proofread it yourself. Spelling errors, just weird sentences or things that you meant to erase and haven't. To recap, procrastinate, research, outline, flesh out the outline, add all finishing touches, and proofread. The more essays you write, the more practice you'll get and the easier it'll be. Good luck!